you think this guy, like Reverend Childers, thinks had handlers? And I found it suspicious that the police haven't been saying, we're looking for accomplices, we're looking for handlers. That's suspicious in and of itself, because in any case, they'd be looking for accomplices, looking for handlers, asking the public for any information. I mean, this thing really smells. You go to the Business Insider article that's on Infowars.com, and it shows him in these photos with the rebel flag and outside the museum, clearly wanting to ban that. Him writing white supremacist stuff on the sand. I mean, he just looks like a lunatic out of a movie. I don't know. And you've got this whole buildup. It just arrives at the perfect time.
Yeah, as far as, any crime, you definitely want to do your due diligence, see if he was in cahoots with anybody, if he had supremacist friends that he was hanging out with or doing other types of activities. So you definitely don't want to sweep that under the rug. As far as the pictures that you're referring to, yeah, I had seen a lot of those where he's holding the flag, holding his pistol, different type of things. Does he have them? I don't know, but I definitely think that should be looked into, even if it's just, somebody who is kind of directing them from behind the scenes. But honestly, I don't know.
All right, Jakari Jackson, any other tidbits you want to add before we get into some other news?
No, I just hope people look at this example of Charleston and see that, there's a positive way to react to things and there's a negative way to react to things. Some of the things we see in the other cities are definitely a negative aspect. And as far as people who think it's cool to burn down cities and they think it's going to be rebuilt, I definitely encourage them to go look at Baltimore. They had a big riot back there, I was in the 60s, 70s, and that part of the city that got torn down was never rebuilt. Me and Biggs were out there. We saw kids playing in front of buildings that looked like they were about to fall down on top of them. So anybody thinks, you're going to burn it down and rebuild it, it doesn't always happen that way. And talk about gentrification, if I could just throw one more thing in there, talk about Compton, California, when the home values and things were going down because of the cocaine and crack and all those things going on, and then the home values plummeted, and then people came in, the rich developers came in, knocked it all down, and now parts of Compton are very nice now. So, don't fall for this, let's burn it down and rebuild it, try to rebuild it positively as they've done here in the city of Charleston.
All right, Jakari Jackson and crew, great job. Thank you. We'll talk to you more tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
All right, there goes Jakari there. Certainly glad that nothing kicked off there because we have real issues to deal with. And we have a sickening establishment that poses as liberals who are not liberals at all. People like Karl Rove, who says he's a conservative, isn't a conservative either. Just like Bill Maher says he's a liberal, he's not a liberal. I mean, Bill Maher gets up there, I played the clip last hour, and said that conservative and alternative media like Matt Drudge is basically to blame for this. As if my show or any other show had anything to do when we're saying don't engage in violence, don't go out and attack people no matter what color they are, and how this is helping the Democratic Party. I want to say something here. I was thinking about this driving into work today. Because during this Bill Maher piece, the video's on InfoWars, one of the black activists they've got on there, I forget the lady's name, she's like, I don't want to hear about the Democratic Party and the Klan. That was over 100 years ago. No, it wasn't. How about now? The reason the Democratic Party obsesses all day about blacks and how much they love you is because the leadership of the Democratic Party hates your guts. Americans came back at the end of World War II, and they were tired of racism and class garbage. People like my grandfather, whole family was Democrats on my dad's side, East Texas, and he ran as a Republican for county tax assessor and other stuff and won as part of that whole Eisenhower wave. And he did it because he wanted to help people. And I happen to know for a fact the Klan and people absolutely hated him, and they were all Democrats. And you got people like Robert Byrd, the senator who was a Grand Dragon. And the point is they have doubled black unemployment in the last 7 years. But it's okay because Obama's black. And they have aborted over half the black people in this country. And Margaret Sanger, again, was this big Democrat and this big Klanswoman and the rest of it. And the blacks love her. Liberal blacks love her. They got pictures of her at black community centers like it's their mommy. Why don't they just put David Duke in there or something. I'll tell you this, David Duke hates black people less than Michelle Obama does. I mean, she's there wanting to euthanize and abort black people. They're there getting the funding increase of the UN for basically forced abortions in China and Africa and India. Like I said, this Roof guy should have gone and joined the Planned Parenthood. Then he could kill black people all day and get awards for it, be called a wonderful person. It's sick. That's why they act like they're your friend all day, is because they hate your guts. And as soon as you figure that out, all of us, I don't care what color you are, the better it's going to get. Listen, the Republican Party, they're just as bad at the top and are helping Obama with the TPP and everything else. And that's why the Republicans and the Democrats have raised hundreds of millions of dollars, $50 million from the Chamber of Commerce alone to try to kill the Tea Party. Because the Tea Party isn't perfect, but at least it wants lower taxes, private property, family rights, states' rights, sane things. And the attempt to brand gun owners and libertarians and patriots as racist is pathetic. Just like they said we were racist because we didn't want Obamacare, because we were informed and knew what a screw job it was. I'm out of time. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Let's pray for justice. Let's pray for an awakening. Let's research why the elites are leaving the U.S. Let's try to stop war with Russia. Please support the broadcast. Spread the word about it. Please don't take this show for granted. We're on the White House hit list. Please don't take any freedoms for granted. We have InfoWarsLife.com. We have more of the great, amazing X2 Nation iodine that most people are deficient in. The only form we know of truly clean, earth-based iodine. Just amazing. That's almost sold out. Limited supply left. We have the new Liver Cleanse, Liver Shield in. We have the Deep Liver Cleanse with the Oxy Powder. Just does amazing things. Flushing gallstones out. Go watch the informational video. We finally got posted to InfoWarsLife.com. Or call toll-free. Folks are there right now, 888-253-3139. All right, that's it for this transmission. Lord willing, I'll be back live tomorrow, 11 a.m. with the weekday show. And please spread the link, Infowars.com, to friends and family. Good job, Charleston, for not